Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good afternoon everyone. We are from group 3. We will presentation about types of pests and forms of damage. Before we begin our presentation, let me introduce our member of group 3. I'm Mutiara Savitri with student number 64, Salsabila Nur Azizah with student number 63, Muhammad Fathan Bagaskara with student number 65, Justine Guia, and Maricar Bien.
I'm the first presenter. I'm Maricar from Central Bicol State University of Agriculture, Philippines. Type of pest and forms of damage. When you hear the word pest, what comes in your mind first? Next slide, please. So, let's define the word pest. Pests are any creatures found in agricultural setting that as a result of their activity cause quality and quantity harm to plants, resulting in economic losses to agriculture. Pest is any organism that spread disease, cause destruction, or is otherwise a nuisance. In the agriculture, pest refers to harmful organisms that latch onto plants, rendering them unsuitable for harvest. While most of these organisms tend to be insects, some fungi or plants can also be classified as pests. Pests are categorized into the following categories based on how they cause damage. First, pests that cause purulent symptoms. An overgrowth in plant tissue generated by animals or plants is known as gall or cystidium. Zoocystidium is a disease spread by animal pests. Plant pests cause phytocystidium. Second, pest exterminator. Pests that devour plant parts from the perimeter to the center are known as feeding pests. Plants that have been assaulted become hollow, torn, or missing. Biting and chewing or biting just are two types of bites used by pests in the eating group. So, that's the definition of the word pest and the first and second categories of pests based on how they cause damage. The next presenter is Miss Justine the Guia. Thank you.
Pest borers. Borers have a mouthpart that bites. The method by which pests penetrate and lives in a network of stems, roots, fruit, and flowers. Boring and drilling causes damage to plants, which are then devoured. Sucking insects. Suckers, sucking mouth type, or only suckers. These bugs kills plants by draining the fluid from their cells. The plant acquires gall, curling leaves, stunted, dry, and yellow as a result of this harm. Roller pests are a type of pest that affects rollers. This bug wreaks havoc on the plants by rolling its leaves. Last is fruit rot pest, or pest that causes fruit to rot. Damage to the mouth apparatus in pests in various forms. There are two types of chewing and sucking, which are divided into the following categories. The first is biter type, who chews. Damage plant characteristics. The leaves have tears, jerrycans, and perforated leaves. The plant will wither and die if it is exposed to the roots. When exposed to the fruit, holes and marking of chewing biting pests such as grasshoppers and fruit caterpillars. The second is sanction oil type. Damage plant characteristics. When attacked, the leaves will wither and dry. On the seeds, there will be black spots due to puncture marks, and if the rice development is not good and can become empty. An example of a sucking oil type pest is a ladybug. The third is sanction type, damage plant characteristics. The leaves will be stunted and abnormal, will curl or curl inward. Yellow leaf chlorosis will appear on the leaves. The examples of sucking type pest is fleas. The last one is type of sanction greater. Damage plant characteristics. The leaves will roll. There will white there are white spots on the leaves. Flowers growth will be stunted if the flowers are hit.
Next, perennial plant pests. A. Coconut insect. Coconus nucifera. Number 1. Beetle with a horn. Characteristic: the horned white larvae of the black beetle have a red-brown head and dwell in organic matter or garbage. The horns of male beetles are longer than those of female beetles. Damage symptoms: this bug eats immature leaves that have not opened yet, damaging the growth point and causing the plant to perish. The immature leaves that dry between the outgrown leaf are the main focus of this bug. Young, folded leaves are consumed until they are sliced. When they are open, they will form a fan shape. This is the example and illustration. Number 2. Larva of the Artona caterpillar. Characteristic: are greenish to gray in color, with brown spots on the rear of the head that are larger than the body and are 1 cm in length. Damage symptoms: coconut leaves have holes in them, which the crown of the leaf attacks like burn marks. Severe attacks can induce the fruit drop starting at the age of 4 from young fruit, and the plant will not produce for up to 1.5 years. This is the example and illustration.
B. Pests that attack coffee plants. 1. Branch borer. Damage symptoms: broken branches or twigs, dry from the boreholes to the ends of branches or twigs. Branch break easily when carved by wind. 2. Red stem borer or Zeuzera chovea. Damage symptoms: stems or branches tergerek so that the upper plant wither and dry. 3. Fire caterpillar. Damage symptoms: the caterpillar eats up the leaf, starting from the old leaves to the young leaves so that it looks like the sticks are left. Plants are disturbed by the process of photosynthesis because the leaves become dry. Next, seasonal plant pests. Seasonal plant pests. Rice. 1. Brown plant toppers. Attack symptoms: dry plants like burning. This symptom is called hopper burn. Brown plant toppers can transmit grass dwarf and whole dwarf virus. 2. Bad smell grasshopper. Attack symptoms: attacking the tripe grains of milk. On the grains there are brown puncture marks. As a result, the rice grains become empty or half empty. 3. Green leaf hopper. Attack symptoms: they have yellow leaf because they are sucked in by the cell fluid. Tongue row leaf hoppers can transmit the tongue row virus. Next, soybean. 1. Soy leaf beetle. Attack symptoms: damaged shoot, leaves, flowers, and pods are eaten by larvae and beetles. 2. Green flea. Attack symptoms: the effect part is misforming, so it looks a bit curly or rolled up. At a more advanced attack level, it becomes wilted yellow. 3. Green ladybug. Attack symptoms: damaged pods and seeds are sucked in by the cell fluid. There are black spots. If the attack continues, the pods will empty and fall.
Okay, next part. Pests on stored material. Number 1. Rice powder. The material becomes perforated and there is a residual haze in the form of musty smelling. flower that makes the flower smell musty. Number 2. Flower beetle. The flower is spoiled, smell musty, and the color is a bit black. Number 3. Brutus chinensis. The seeds are hollow and leave fraction marks. Next. Number 4. Ericeros fasciculatus. Perforate material and left flower marks. Number 5. Corsera cephalonica. The lumpy material is then porous and smell musty. Thank you for paying attention to Group 3 presentation. If you question, you can write in column YouTube. See you.